Hello, it is Thursday, August 21st, 2025. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Thursday crossword today, so the theme might be on the challenging or the intricate or just interesting side, and I hope it's not too intricate, too challenging, because I had a late start today. I'm running a bit behind, so I'm probably going to attempt to solve this maybe slightly more quickly than I typically would on Thursday. We'll see how that goes. It might not be up to me. In any case, today's hopefully not too challenging edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Mike Williams, Brent Sandman, and, as always, the indomitable Showmaster and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to the four of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for their generous support. They do, of course, sustain this channel, keep this series going, and I'm very grateful to them for that. Thanks to those four and to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon. If you'd like to do so, you can head to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link. You'll find bonus videos available to patrons, and for benefactors like those I've mentioned, there's the Let's Check the Crosses official mug. Thanks again to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon. All right, let's get right on to today's crossword by Simeon Siegel, who's a very, I think a pretty experienced constructor with a couple of dozen New York Times crosswords to his name. It's a Thursday puzzle, so as I say, some kind of interesting or intricate theme, hopefully not too brutal. Let's find out. Let's start solving. Oh, I'm sorry. It was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. Now, let's start solving. Okay, 50 things on the Argo. Was that how many sailors? Was that how many Argonauts there were on the Argo? I don't remember. 50 things on the Argo. I don't know. Gives a go. If one gives a go, one okays, maybe? Swiss-born artist whose name sounds like an art medium, Paul Klee, is how that's pronounced, and of course it sounds like the art medium Klee. Fictional character with a famous opening line. Ishmael? That doesn't fit, obviously. That's a famous opening. It's a fictional character with a famous opening line from Moby Dick, but that doesn't fit, even though it's the right number of letters. Clay's got to be right. Destroyer of Hindu cosmogony. Is it Siva? Not. Took back, revoked. Okay. Sushi treatment that's also a spa treatment. Sushi treatment that's also a spa treatment. What on earth? Some kind of roll thing? What? Sorry, I have no clue what that's about. 50 oars. Oh, right. Okay. So it is right. It's related sort of indirectly to the number of sailors on board. There we go. 50 oars on the Argo. Fictional character with a famous opening line. Oh, it's Alibaba. Right. That's clever. Clever bit of misdirection. It's not an opening line of a book. It's a line to open, the cave? Open Sesame. Right. Alibaba and the 40 Thieves, is it? Show obeisance. Show obeisance would be to I for some reason can't think of what this word would be, which is bizarre given how much of it we have. To enjoy the moment, say, right, and here's something related to the theme. And here's our revealer, which says, start of a popular saying about gravity, or a hint to completing the answers to the starred clues. I mean, in terms of popular sayings about gravity, the first thing that comes to mind is what goes up must come down. That could be the answer. Or a hint to completing the answers to the starred clues. Must come down. Does it mean the word sort of comes down at the end, maybe? I don't know. Enjoy the moment, say. Take time or something? Up to could be till, as in until. Sucker's lament. So it could be sucker in the sense of a mark, someone who fell for something. What about this? Cheryl of Charlie's Angels. Cheryl Ladd, I guess. Never actually seen any version of Charlie's Angels. Sushi treatment that's also a spa treatment. What is this? Oh, seaweed something? Seaweed wrap. That must be what it is. Okay. I figured it was going to be something like a wrap or a roll, something that could have two meanings. Okay, so if you show obeisance to someone, you bow to them. There we go. That's what it is. And then tin can, item first made and patented in Britain in 1810, must be the case. So enjoy the moment, say. Take it in. Oh, I see. What goes up must come down. Oh, that's very clever. I don't think I've seen this particular version of this before. So, and here we have what's nice about this. Hopefully, this persists throughout the rest of the puzzle. We'll find out. This answer here in 26 across, the word just in this space obviously isn't, it's not an answer to this clue, but it's still a valid crossword answer in the sense that it's a name, Takei, like George Takei from Star Trek. So, but anyway, in terms of reading it thematically, we get to the end of here, we go up, and then we go back down. So we get take it in. That's really good. Okay, so we'll have to do that 5 more times. Palm starch. Is that Caro? I'm actually not sure what this is. Units equal to 9 inches. 9 inches. I don't know. Blank tour. PGA tour? I'm thinking because tour is capitalized, so it's a proper noun. What's off to the side in a selfie? What's off to the side in a selfie? I don't know why I can't think what that is. Demanding attention. Needy, maybe? Units equal to 9 inches. I mean, it looks like, what, spans or something? I'm not sure. What pronouns and their antecedents should do? They should agree. Does that give me... this? What is this? Oh, is this Sego? Units equal to 9 inches. Spans. What's off to the side in a selfie? Oh, your arm literally goes off to the side to hold the camera or the phone. Okay, so wildlife parks are game, and it'll go up and down. I'm thinking this is spans and Sego here. Let's see if that works. Wildlife park game. Oh, why can't I see what it is? It probably still ends with an S, which would go here. Repeat. Sucker's lament. I been had. I've been had. I been had. Why doesn't it say kind of informally or something like that? That's weird. Can't. Is that right? Boot. Take leave of each other. Just saying. Well, okay. So a just saying, I suppose, could be an adage. So does just mean a sort of accurate or true saying? Is that what just is doing there? And in any case, I think this is the answer. It's sort of a punny way of referring to an adage, a saying. Sorry. Name on a check, the payee. Take leave of each other would be to part, to split up. Bit of QED, quad erat demonstrandum, if you've sort of just proved a point. Boot. Why can I not see what this is? Waits on. If one waits on someone, one serves them. Oh, right. So let's finish this. So game reserve. There we go. I was trying to think of that kind of thing. I was trying to think of a word like reserves, and for some reason it just couldn't come to mind. I was thinking, a kind of protected area, something like that. Anyway, that's what it is. And yes, we do have another sort of valid answer just in this 19 across space with gamer. So that's nice. So that does seem as though it'll be the case throughout the grid, which I always appreciate. Smart TV features could be, what, DVRs maybe? What is that? Digital video recorders, I think. Turns the page, say. Not sure. Watson and Deep Blue for 2. I think those are both IBM computers or AIs or whatever you'd want to call them. Needing more salt, perhaps. Inert, that's not correct. Is IBM's going to be wrong? Person who persists in a hopeless cause. I think IBM's might be incorrect. Layer of bricks. A mason, someone who literally lays bricks. I mean, you read this and you think it might mean layers as in tiers or strata, but I think it means the person who lays the bricks. Group aptly hidden in special ops, right? CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency, we can see that it's literally hidden in that word. We're head over heels. It's love, maybe? Prima ballerinas. Not sure off the top of my head what the term for a prima ballerina would be. Let's see, a soloist? But no, you wouldn't use that word for ballet. Need more salt, perhaps. Acidic or something? What is it? Needing more salt, perhaps. Why can I not think what that is? Person who persists in a hopeless cause, right? And this will be fairly long. Maybe Watson and Deep. Maybe it is IBM's. Is it? Person who persists in a hopeless cause. Bitter. This would be bitter, which would, it's a word in German. Bitter enemy? Oh, maybe. Is that right? Well, no. The renemy is not a word, and that needs to be a word for melt down. Okay, not sure about this. Melt down. So meltdown obviously could be physically, something could melt, change state, but it could also be someone melts down in the sense of gets incredibly angry. I don't know. Eye covering, eyelid. Melt down. Porter of Broadway, I don't know. Presumably this will be a performer. Repeat something over. You say over, maybe? I'm not sure that's right. Pronoun repeated. Oh, no, it might be. Because in the phrase you do you, the pronoun you is repeated. So there we go. Taste tests, e.g. I don't know. Features of some stadia. Loges, like in terms of seating, tiers of seating. Turns the page, say. No, I don't think that's right. Because turns the page looks like reads on, as in you continue to read, you turn the page. I don't think doges is the answer here. So what might it be? Features of some stadia. Probably ends in an S. Prima ballerinas. Étoiles for stars? I don't know. Needing more salt, perhaps. Maybe it is that, because icier, if a road is icier, you pour salt on it. Okay, so, yeah, maybe this is bitter. Oh, a bitter. I was right with bitter. So, right. So we've got, please in German, and then it's a bitter ender, someone who hangs on to the bitter end. They persist in a hopeless cause. And then to melt down is to render, like to render fat is to literally melt it down. So it is a state change in that case. Right. Okay, so prima ballerinas must be étoile, which is stars in French. Okay, so that must be the term used there. So porter of Broadway. Oh, maybe it's a role rather than a particular. Oh no, it's not. It's Cole Porter. It's Cole Porter. There we go. The songwriter. Okay. So taste tests, e.g., are comparisons. Right. And then features of some stadia are domes. Right. So, a stadium might be a big dome. So if you blew someone away, you awed them. And Dar es Salaam, there we go, the city. And then old widescreen format Cinerama. Yep, there we go. It was, a big, as it says, an old widescreen film format. Gesture to keep moving, to if someone waved you on, they gestured to keep you moving. And then some retired faculty are emerita. I always get these plurals confused. It would be an I, as in the plural of emeritus, professor emeritus. So deity with the raven familiars Hugin and Munin, that would be Odin of Norse mythology. And then a mesh is a net. I think this must be an I. Yes, a peeved state is a snit. And then A or B, e.g. would be a note, a musical note. And I think we've seen everything in there. Storm tracking aid would be a, oh, this, right, this goes here. So, sorry, this goes up and down. So, something radar, live radar, something radar, because the radar is all the up and down part. Is it live? Name that means my God in Hebrew, Eli. So yeah, this would be live radar then, storm tracking aid. Okay, I think that's probably right. And then partner of older, right? So the people often use older and wiser as a kind of pair to describe getting more experienced. And then district is what? What is a district? Can't see it for some reason. Musical appreciation, question mark? Not sure yet. Blank day, April celebration. April. What is celebrated in April? That would fit here. I cannot think. Scorekeeper, question mark. Can't think that either. Okay. What else do we have? Boot. Graze. Touch. If something just grazes you, it just sort of touches you. Capital on the Mediterranean, euro. So in this case, capital doesn't mean capital city, but rather capital as in money, currency. So used in the eurozone, the euro currency. Lake that's home to Kelly's Island must be Lake Erie. I must be Lake Erie. I don't know it, but that must be. Lead into they. I don't know. High on the Scoville scale. So that measures heat of peppers and foods with sort of levels of capsicum or capsaicin, I guess it would be specifically. So hot foods are high on the Scoville scale. Big name in Russian ballet. Is it going to be a specific dancer? Maybe, I'm not sure. Or might it be a name of a character in a Russian ballet? Who would this be? I don't know. Okay. Boot. Legislative bodies. Senates. Okay, there we go. Certain mattresses are singles. Wouldn't fit. We'd need it to be plural. Certain mattresses. Oh, maybe it's a manufacturer like Certas or Sealy's or something. I think Sealy's is with a Y. So would you spell it this way, or would you do IE? I'm not sure in terms of a proper noun. Anyway, they would both start with SE, so I think that's probably right. Lead into they. What is this? He, she, they? Is that what we're looking for? Like listing out pronouns? I'm not sure. Boot. Oh, yeah. You give someone the boot. You give them the heave-ho. That must be right. So, bit of hybrid field hockey attire. Not a skate. It's field hockey. What would it be? Hybrid. A skort? Like the hybrid article of clothing, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm just going to try it and see. Early PC game whose nonsense working title stuck. I don't know. That seems obscure. Is that... I guess if the working title stuck, it would be the public name, so maybe it's not that obscure. But I don't know offhand. Certain mattresses... Oh, Zork. Right. Zork was an old text adventure game in which you make choices by typing them. Okay. So certain mattresses... It must be Certas then. I didn't know that. I didn't know that Zork was a working title that they just stuck with. Musical appreciation. Tone something. Wizards organization. This must be a sports league. NFL, NHL. Who do I think the Wizards are? Probably ends with L. Scorekeeper. Maybe not. Maybe the NBA. Scorekeeper. Something about stats or something? Oh, Arbor Day. Right. To celebrate trees. That must be in April. Okay. And then district is a ward. Right. So like a voting ward, a voting district, for instance. Musical appreciation. Tone award. What? Is that a phrase? Tone award. Over there. No. Oh, Tony Award. Right, sorry. Okay. I just had tone in my mind because of music. It's a Tony Award. It's an appreciation for musicals in the sense of musical theater on, Broadway, for instance. So Tony Award is given to those. Okay, so over there is yawn, and then scorekeeper is stand because, right, you're putting your musical score, your musical sheet music on a stand to read while playing it. Big name in Russian ballet. Oh, is it Kirov? Callable, say. In touch? Yeah, I'm in touch. I'm callable. In reach, maybe? Crime show extra inform. Yeah, it could be in reach because a crime show extra could be a perpetrator. Callable, in reach. I think that might be Kirov. Best candidates for permanent relationships. Keepers? Sure. Brew designed to survive trips to the subcontinent in brief. Oh, right. The in reach is wrong because... So I should delete that just in case. This is IPA India Pale Ale, which was called India Pale Ale because it was brewed. One of the reasons it's so hoppy was to keep it, drinkable all the way on the long voyage from Britain to India. Okay, so tap, a spigot, like a sink tap. Guardian spirits are... Don't know. Does it end with an A or something or an S? Criticize wittily. I don't know. Forming a union. Organize. Yes, you could organize a union, a labor union. So there we go. Organize, that reads. And once again, we've got a complete word here with organ. And then to criticize wittily is zine. What? Oh, no, organizing. Sorry, I didn't do the up and down properly. Organizing, that's it. Forming a union is organizing. And then to criticize someone wittily would be to zing them, you could say. Okay, so what's this? Yanni Blank, youngest pro golfer to win 5 major championships, age 22. Unsurprisingly, I have no idea. But, I mean, Sang is a name, T-S-A-N-G, and that looks like the most likely name, so let's try it. Holm or McKellen of The Hobbit, right? The actors Ian Holm or Ian McKellen. And then, right, the plural of genie, there we go, with 2 eyes, are the guardian spirits. So callable, say, in range. Sorry, this is Seng, which is also a name, so there we go. So in range, and then this was indeed Kirov, and, oh, good. Okay, that took longer than I was hoping, but we got there. That was the Thursday crossword. I think that was on the tricky side. Let me know if you agree with that. I thought this was a bit of a challenging puzzle today. And we've got our nice theme, what goes up, and then the implication must come down. We only have the start in here, and it's up to us to infer the rest, which fortunately we did pretty early on, although it still took a decent chunk of time to solve the puzzle. So we've got to enjoy the moment, say, would be to take it in. Wildlife parks are game reserves. Person who persists in a hopeless case is a bitter ender. If you're forming a union, you're organizing. Oh, I didn't notice Tanya, the name. This looks like how Tanya Harding, the ice skater, spelled her name. In any case, musical appreciation is the Tony Award. And finally, what was the last one? Here it is. The storm tracking aid is live radar. There we go. And all 6 of those form valid crossword answers. Decay, gamer, bitta, organ, Tanya, and liver. What goes up must come down. Very good. Nice theme, nicely executed, with a bit of a tricky themed puzzle, I think. And as I say, let me know how you fared with that in the comments or the Daily Solve Discord chat server. Do consider subscribing to the channel if you've been enjoying these videos. And I'll be back tomorrow for the Friday puzzle. Should be a themeless, none of this up and down nonsense. Just join me for clue solving in a potentially tricky punny puzzle. We'll find out. That'll be tomorrow. Until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Thursday. Take care.